to you by thesis123.com. I learn and teach online.
Hi there. So GATE is hardly a month away, and I'm sure you're working very hard with your studies. We'd like to help you in reviewing the previous GATE question papers. So in this program, I'll be working with you for electrical engineering papers, beginning with the paper of 2016. Since 2016 has got two sets, sets 1 and set 2, we'll begin with set 1. And here is the first question. The question says, the maximum value attained by the function f of x is equal to x, x minus 1, x minus 2 in the interval 1, 2 is dash. So this question is not a multiple choice question. You will have to work it out, find the answer and enter the answer as such. So the first thing we have to do here is expand this equation here. So we have f of x is equal to x times x minus 1 times x minus 2. Let's multiply them all. We'll get x square minus 3x plus 2. Further, we'll get x cube minus 3x square plus 2x. Now this is f of x. Now since the question says maximum value attained, now this should immediately tell you that you have to find the derivative, the first derivative of this function, which is f dash x. So f dash x would be 3x square minus 6x, that's 3 times 2, which is 6, plus 2. Now, and we equate this to 0. When we equate this to 0, we will find two values of x. Now this is a quadratic equation, and I'm sure you're familiar with how to solve a quadratic equation. We can use the quadratic formula. So the quadratic formula says that x would be equal to minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Now from this equation, our values are a equals 3, b equals minus 6, and c equals 2. Don't forget the negative here. So b equals minus 6. Now when you substitute that, I'm going to leave that to you. Okay? So when you substitute these three values into this formula, you will find two values of x. One is x is equal to 1 plus 1 by root 3. And the second is 1 minus 1 by root 3. So now you have two values of x. Now you need to choose and see which one of these two lies in the interval given. Now the interval says 1, 2. Now among these two, it's only the first value that lies between 1 and 2 here. So this is the point. Now let's mark that. Okay, this is the point. Only value that lies in the given interval. Now I'll solve the rest of it on this side here. Okay, so we found the first derivative. The next step is to find the second derivative, f double dash x. So f double dash x would be 6x minus 6. Now in this expression, we are going to substitute the value of x that lies in this interval. Okay, so 1 plus 1 by root 3, substitute that in place of x here. 6, 1 plus 1 by root 3 minus 6. Now when you solve this, you will notice that the value will be greater than 0. So this tells us that the point x equals 1 plus 1 by root 3 is a minimum point. Okay, so x equals 1 plus 1 by root 3 is a minimum point. But we have been asked to find the maximum. So this tells us that the maximum would be attained at the end values of the interval. Now the interval is 1, 2. So let's substitute that in f of x. Okay, so we find what is f of x when x equals 1. We're finding the endpoints there, okay? So when x equals 1, you will notice that f of x is obviously 0. When f of x for 2, when x equals 2, f of x would also be 2 because that's a factor. F of x is also 0 here in both cases. So this tells us that the maximum value attained is 0. So the answer is 0 here.
Thank you for watching this video. For future videos, please click here to subscribe YouTube channel. Visit our site thesis123.com for free student project or research ideas and online training. Follow us Facebook, Twitter, Google+, and Pinterest.